Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Anyways Moving Forward with Libby, where we talk about life, self-love, self-work, and anything that might help you move forward in business, in your relationship, as a parent, or wherever you are in your life right now. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Anyway Moving Forward! And if you've noticed sa mga episode natin, gumaganda ng paganda yung ating mga setup. And today it's going to be a beautiful topic for everybody, especially in the realm of finances, of abundance, because here in our set, ito tayo talaga yung mga legit talaga. If we're just gonna invite people, invite na natin yung legit that really talks a lot and has that mindset that can help us in whatever this conversation is going to be about. So, before we begin, we are gonna talk about abundant wealth mindset. And I know a lot of you are going to relate dito, lalo na sa mga ka-30s, yung nagsistart ng pamilya, or even if you're younger, pero you're into this finance world, money talks, and all of that, because yun naman talagang kailangan natin. And it's going to be interesting because you're also gonna talk about how this beautiful person has the journey of losing millions in wrong investments and how she was able to break through. So, without further ado, let us all welcome Gina.
Yay!
Welcome to the show!
Nagulat ako!
I'm so happy that you're here. Start na to.
Start na to.
Oo,
Okay,
ganun
game.
talaga. But anyway, introduce yourself to everyone.
Alright. Hi everyone. I'm Janelle Sigatin. So I'm a licensed financial advisor. I am also a content creator. I do finance content. I'm a leader. I'm a manager. And what else? Oh, share ko daw para practice din of me declaring my win. So I'm also part of the top 1% of advisors globally sa MDRT. So yeah.
I'm so happy
Thank
that you
you.
finally guessed because you deserve at tinabaho mo yan.
Yeah, I agree.
In this conversation, it's really going to be exciting. Actually, I didn't learn about your story until we had our mentorship together. And you've mentioned about you lost millions in your journey din, no?
Yes.
Pero tell us about your story and what happened, how you won, and anong naging story and why that happened.
Well, balik tayo nung pinanganak ako, no? Well, growing up naman din kasi talaga, I've always have aspiration to become rich. So, growing up, I have an image na yung mayaman, maganda yung sasakyan, maganda yung damit. I grew up kasi in a household na yung sakto lang. Ano lang kami, middle income family. So, chinaga ako ng nanay ko na mag-aral sa private school. Pero, syempre, pag private school ka, kitang-kita mo ang difference ng mga mayayaman sa talaga namang nilalaban lang ang buhay. So, makikita mo doon yung mga sapatos ng mga kaklase ko. Every week, 3 times a week, nag-change. May boots pa yan, may heels. Ako talaga naman hanggat hindi pa napupudpod yung sapatos, hanggat hindi yan nabubutas, kaya yan ilalaban yan. Yung bags ko, sponsored siya by my tito na nagtatrabaho sa abroad. Ganun ang life. Mukha lang akong pinanganak ng mayaman. Pero, yung damit ko, hanggat hindi yan nasisira, hindi yan papalitan. Hindi naman kami sobrang hirap, pero talaga namang nilalaban talaga yung buhay. Hindi ko na-realize no, yung bata pala ako, marunong na pala akong mag-compare. Oh, buti pa siya, maganda yung gamit niya, maganda yung damit niya, maganda yung shoes niya. Ito yung ano. Meron pa one time, Christmas party noon, malungkot ako. Tapos sabi nung nanay, Patricia kasi ako. Oh, Patricia, bakit ka malungkot? Ang ganda-ganda mo. Tapos sabi ko talaga, kasi ang pangat kasi ng damit ko hindi ko gusto yung damit ko Kasi nakikita ko nga yung comparison. I also saw the hardships of my parents. Lagi kaming may binibenta. Ewan ko kung alam mo yung mga Avon. Pati yung tumataya din kami sa loto. Kasi malay mo naman. Yumaman tayo. Nagbebenta din ng alahas. Dati, so yung tito kong OFW, nagpapadala yan ng maraming chocolates. So dahil ako wala akong baon sa school, tas every time na pagkatapos ng school, nakikita ko yung mga kaklase ko bumibili. So, gagawin ko para magkapera ako, yung pinapadalang chocolates ng tito ko, binibenta ko yon sa classrooms. Pinagkakakitaan ko siya. So, yun na yung pinangbibili ko ng snacks after school to keep up. Ba? Tapos, there was one time, ewan ko, I have really a drive to earn. money
Because you had nothing, yeah.
to keep up. Even yung katrabaho ng daddy ko, binilhan niya ako naregaluhan niya ako ng isang set of beads to create for bracelet. Yung mga stones, yung mga magaganda dati, yung mga malalaking bato. Nabebenta ko siya pa isa-isa sa kaklase ko. So, yun din yung source ko
Naging
of
drive, yeah.
money. So, hindi ako nahihiya. Ewan ko nga natatandaan ko, hindi ako nahihiya magbenta nung. Kasi siguro mas malalim yung drive ko to earn money so that I can keep up. So that I can also buy yung mga meron yung mga kaklase ko, which is at that time, pagkain,
Yeah.
snacks, and then, what else? So, yun.
Grabe yung hunger mo. Yeah.
Grabe yung hunger ko, yung aspiration ko to have. Ang tingin ko kasi ang better quality of life is the material things. Lalo na kapag nakakapasok ako sa bahay ng mga kaklase ko, 'di ba dati, pag mayaman ka, yung sahig nyo, marble, adobe, yung walls nyo. Kami apartment, nung time na yun, nagsisiksikan kami. And then, yung dad ko na-retrench din sa trabaho. Nahihiya ako noon. Grabe yung shame ko. Imagine mo, bata pa lang ako, edad ni Maggie. Shameful na ako sa quality of life namin. Kasi pupunta ako sa school, hahatid ako ng tricycle. Yun yung parang sundo namin, tricycle. Tapos yung mga kaklase ko, SUV, yung mga hinahatid sa kanila. Kasi nga private There was a time natanggal yung tatay ko sa trabaho. So, meron kaming in-school service na ako ng nanay ko noon. Tapos hiyang-hiya ako kasi pag uwi namin ng bahay, puro manok yung bahay. Kasi kailangan namin magbenta ng manok pansabong kasi nawalan ng work yung tatay ko. So, we have to do that. So, hiyang-hiya ako kasi puro manok yung bahay. Tapos, nakwento ko sa kaklase ko, very innocent, parang edad ni Maggie, 10 years old na, nawalan na ng trabaho yung papa ko. Tapos, kasi diba may company car. May company car, may laptop. Nawala na siya. Nawala na yung laptop, nawala na ano. Sabi nung kaklase ko, sabi niyo, ay, naghihirap na kayo. Yun yung first concept ko na, kapag nawawalan ka pala ng gamit, naghihirap ka na. Naalala ko talaga yung mukha niyo, parang, yung awa. Tapos ako parang na-feel bad ako na, ay, masama pala yun. Yun. So, siguro dun nag-start yung drive. Tapos, another pain namin is yung when my mom was diagnosed of breast cancer. I was 14 years old naman back then. So, that was also the first time that I understood how fragile life is. Na cancer, hindi ko siya mag-gets. Ano, mag-gets ba? Pero makikita mo yung nanay mo, umiiyak. So, there's loss. Pero years before that, namatayan na din ako ng lola. Grabe no, ang early ng concept ko of loss.
Which is really, really good kasi nga, diba? I guess it's also a gift when you don't have everything. Because you know how to appreciate what you have, diba?
Now.
And that also shaped you din sa character mo na you know how it feels not to have something.
With how I see money and how I create money, now like I have experienced so much loss, like natanggal yung tatay ko sa trabaho. And then namatay yung lola ko. So that's my first death of a loved one. Grabe din iyak ko noon kasi nga syempre childhood siya. Kasama ko siya growing up. Pero yon, ang first concept ko noon, nakikita ko, nagdideplete yung money ng lola ko. So, that's also another lesson in life. How much yung illness talagang, pwede ka talagang maghirap. Kita ko yun sa nanay ko, sa lola ko. And then, after a few years, yung mom ko na may na-diagnose ng breast cancer. So, we have, kumbaga, naging decent na yung life namin. Nagkaroon na kami ng malaking bahay because yung dad ko, magaling siya sa work niya. So, nabigyan siya ng malaking bonus. Tapos yung mom ko, bumili siya ng lupa. Nakapag-loan siya para makapagpatayo kami ng bahay. So, kung alam niya yung PBB house, ganun yung itsura ng bahay namin before. So, napagpatayo niya, magaling si mami sa money. Pero after nun, nagkaroon siya ng breast cancer. So, na-deplete na naman yung finances namin. Tapos, yung fear of losing a parent, na-experience ko din I was 14. So, right after school, I would go to the hospital to visit her after her surgery, mga ganon.
So, grabe ang resilience mo. So, dami nga nangyari sa'yo at a very young age. So, how did you transition from that age? What's your journey towards having money? Because I know that at a an early age, you did have your millions din, diba? How did it transition? What happened?
Because after magkasakit yung nanay ko, by God's grace, nagkaroon kami ng breakthrough. So, my mother, thankfully, na-beat niya yung cancer. And then, ang naging blessing namin doon is nagkaroon kami ng financial awareness. So, because 2 years bago siya magkaroon ng breast cancer, may pinadala ng angel si Lord sa bahay. So, yung full-time housewife pa siya. May nag-door-to-door na financial advisor before. Hindi ko pa nakwento to sa'yo, no? Nag-door-to-door, financial advisor, same company na ako,
Which is...
Sun Life. Tapos, pinapasok niya kasi wala naman siya ginagawa. Naintindihan naman niya yung concept, pero hindi naman siya yung nag-earn ng money. So, ang nag-earn yung tatay ko. So, kinonsult niya sa tatay ko. Yung tatay ko, he was like, hindi natin need yan kasi maganda naman yung benefits sa company. Tsaka executive yung dad ko noon. So, somehow malaki na yung income namin noon. Nung time na may lumapit nga. So, hindi namin kinuha. Wala kaming anything. Ang meron lang yung HMO, company benefits. And then after 2 years, ayun na, nasampulan.
So, how was the journey after that?
So, the journey after that is, nung na-diagnose yung nanay ko ng cancer, nag-flashback lahat ng memories niya nung childhood. Kasi namatay yung mama niya at early age din siya. Tapos yung papa niya nakapangasawa ng madrasta. So, medyo Cinderella yung life niya do. Medyo hindi maganda yung naging niya, childhood niya. So, paano nag-flashback na, baka mamaya pag nategi ako, ganun din mangyayari sa mga anak ko. 2 girls kami. Baka yung si daddy may mapangasawa tapos apihin kaming dalawang bata. Ganun na yung naisip niya. So, sabi niya, hindi pwede, kailangan may pera yung mga anak ko pag namatay ako. Naalala niya, may lumapit sa kanyang financial advisor. So, she tried to apply. May dumating. So, yun, ang ginawa niya, research siya. Number 1, the best insurance. Ganyan. Lahat, ni-reach out niya. Lahat ng companies. Si Sun Life lang yung kinabukasan may pinadala sa bahay. Tapos, nagulat siya na itong dumating na tao na to, lesson din to for everyone. Nung dumating na tao na to, kasi yung una, di ba, nagdo-door-to-door, naka-t-shirt, ganyan. Yung dumating, may driver. Posturang-postura. Sobrang donya. Na siya, na-catch yung attention niya na, financial advisor to? Parang, sino to? So, na-catch yung attention niya. And then, at the same time, nagkaroon siya ng curiosity, no? Financial advisor to. And then, she tried to apply, pero she was declined na kasi nga, she was diagnosed na So, kinuhaan na lang niya yung tatay ko. Pero, this advisor, itong bagong angel na pinadala ni Lord, yung Hi, Tita Rosette, parang may nag-speak sa kanya na, why not invite this person to join the industry? Which is, kung titignan mo yung nanay ko nun, hindi mo talaga iisipin. Kasi nga, stuck sa bahay, mababa self-esteem, wala siyang friends, extreme introvert. So, may nag-speak lang sa voice nung advisor na, why not invite? And then, parang almost everyday kinukulit niya yung nanay ko. Tapos yung si daddy, parang, sige na, pagbigyan mo na, nakakahiya. Anyway, para ma-distract ka din. Kasi nga, malungkot siya Sabi niya, okay, sige, I'll try. Anyway, ma-distract din ako. Tsaka to help din our family. Kasi nga, nagkautang kami, naubos yung money namin, nasagad yung company benefits naubos yung money. So, just to recover from finances, she did join the industry. So, yun yung naging breakthrough namin. 14 years old ako nung na-diagnose siya. Tapos, within a year, nagka-surgery siya. After niya mag-surgery, may pag nag-surgery kayo, may nakakabit pa na parang blood pouch ba yan, whatever. Nag-exam pa siya nun. Na may ganun ka-resilient yung nanay ko. Dinudugo siya, galing siyang surgery, nag-exam siya.
Wow.
Nag-exam siya, pinasa niya and all yung pagiging financial advisor. And then, chinaga niya, like after 1 year, 2 years, 14, 15, 16 ako, college na ako, nung 16 years old ako, nakita ko may signs of improvement na sa quality of life namin. Dati, baon ko lang nung college, 500 pesos per week. Tapos pagdating nung 17, 18 ako, nagto-2.5 na ako per week. Dumadagdag yung So, doon ko yung mga first signs of abundance ko na dati, ang masarap na naming kinakainan, Max Restaurant. Pag kumain ka sa Max, ibig sabihin, may birthday or graduation. Yun na yung pinakamasarap. Tapos first time ko makapasok, tandang-tanda ko talaga yon. Siguro 16 ako noon, 17 years old. Nagulat ako, pinakain kami ng nanay ko sa Italianis. Tapos hindi ko alam paano kumain kasi may fork and knife. Ang alam ko lang kutsara tsaka tinidor. Tapos first time ko din ma-experience yung magpapa-massage ka sa mahal na place. Pina-experience ako ng nanay ko kasi siya din, pinapa-experience din siya noon. Nabukas yung abundant mind niya. Kami din, na-share niya din sa amin. So, also parang advantage talaga as someone in your family to break the belief,
So good. Yeah.
the shift.
Yeah.
So, dun ko nakita na, masarap pala yung feeling na kumain sa mahal na restaurant. Masarap pala pumunta sa isang place na mukhang nakakayama. Pero dati, kinakabahan ako, intimidated ako. Tapos, pagdating ko ng 18, dati nagko-commute lang ako. Kaya akala nila sobrang Disney princess ako kasi hindi nila alam sanay ako mag-commute, nananakawan ako, nahaharas ako. And then, all of a sudden, after 2 years in college, bigla akong may sumundo na lang sa aking SUV, tapos may driver. Never na ako pinag-commute ng nanay ko ever since.
Wow, yeah. Kasi nga, nagka-breakthrough na din
Nagka-breakthrough
si
siya.
tita.
Tapos ako, nagka-breakthrough din ako na ang sarap pala sa feeling na may driver.
So, it allowed you to experience it na,
Yes.
Pero na-experience mo din yung walang-wala.
Yung walang-wala.
So, na-appreciate mo yung meron ka na.
So, grabe din yung na-break sa akin.
Yeah. Then again, it is also parang grabe ka proud that you were able to, your family was able to break through that na.
Yes, for us.
Kung may option naman, let's go sa something that we can have an option. And that also, I believe because you had that freedom, that also led you to
Yeah.
where you are right now, yung experience of transformation din, diba?
Yes,
Yeah.
and I also want to acknowledge my parents there kasi despite that giving us a better quality of life, hindi ko naramdaman na, although in-spoiled din naman kami kasi parang siguro they're also trying to heal part of them as a parent na hindi nila nabigay yung mga good stuff nung bata-bata kami. So ngayon, bumabawi sila. I let them heal that part of them. Pero hindi din naman kami in-spoiled to the point na everything is sagot na lang. So that's why napasok din sa akin yung talagang hard work. Natakal natin yun before na bakit sobrang hardworking ko din. Kasi siguro na-adapt ko yung worry or fear na baka mawala tong na-create namin.
Yun yung belief mo. Yeah. So that pushed you to the next level na. Ito na yung journey mo ngayon.
Which made me earn my first million at the age of 22.
How did that happen?
So, I entered the industry as well. So, basically, may sales siya. And then, literally, hard work talaga. Like, I don't know, maybe it comes with age din na parang, ewan ko yung batch namin na walang concept of fear and judgment. So, talagang gigil lang talaga ako sa pera. Na anything, pera. Iniisip ko nga ang mga pinaggagawa ko dun eh. Like, as in, para talaga ako si Dora the Explorer. Like, umaga, alis ako, 7, 8, nasa kalsada ako. Uwi ako, 10, 9. May imimit ako sa South, sa Cavite. Taga-QC ka, puntahan kita sa gabi. Kasi may driver, yun naman yung privilege ko, may driver ako noon. Na-open up din ako sa konsepto of investing sa ibang tao. So, at the age of 22, 23, may binabayaran akong driver. Hindi ako spoiled. I took it as a business. Yun din siguro, blessed din ako na nababad ako at an early age sa mga entrepreneurial na mindset. So, at the age of 22 years old, may secretary ako, may pinapasweldoan ako. So, all the admin stuff, may iba yung gumagawa niyan. Execute lang ako na execute. May driver ako. So, nakakatrabaho ako habang bumabiyahe.
Delegate na talaga.
Yan. At an early age. I would work Monday to Sunday. Guilty ako magpahinga. Hindi ako nagpapahinga. Kasi nga gigil ako sa pera. Saka yun din yung worry ko na, baka mamaya mawalan ako ng client. Alam mo yun, may money ka na. Financially okay na kayo. Pero andun pa rin yung scarcity na baka mawalan.
Which also was necessary for you to push through. Yeah.
Kasi it made me resilient in life, and it made me master my craft.
Yeah. Wasn't it scary to delegate? Because I know, like, for me personally, I had struggled to delegate stuff. Pero at that time, what was your mindset when you started delegating to people?
I was very obedient kasi I'm a sponge. So, I remember learning from the seasoned people in the industry na you do your this is your business. business. So, gawin mo lang yung mga bagay na kumikita ka. Yung mga bagay na paulit-ulit, waste of time siya, waste of money siya. So, yun yung naisip ko, waste of time, waste of money. So, kung magkamali man, nagkakamali din naman ako sa ginagawa ko. So, okay na magkamali kami parehas. Then, we do it next time the right way. At a young age, I don't see failure as a failure. I only see failure as, okay, let's do another way.
Opportunity. And that's why you move fast. Yeah.
That's why I move fast at an early age. Nababad din naman ako sa good space noon.
Yeah. Who were your environment, diba? Like, it also tells na the environment also plays a huge role in your becoming, and you being in the space has also allowed you to become more full of wisdom. At saka nag-advance ka din eh, diba? Because of the people that you surround yourself with. So, going back to the conversation, so how did you earn your...
How did I earn? Well, number one, ang gigil ko talaga sa pera. Pera lang talaga. Pera! Go! Magkano yan? Go! And then, environment din. So, I enrolled in a community. Parang casual ng class yun. Every day, wala kaming choice. 8 a.m. papasok kami, tapos magre-report kami ng ginagawa namin activity sales. Ilan yung naset mo appointment, ilan yung nakausap mo, ilan yung na-calls mo, ilan yung ano mo. So, i-declare mo yan, even yung na-close mo na sale, na premium. Ano pala ako, may competition pala ako sa dugo ko. Competitive pala ako. Na-push ako doon to make activities every single day. And then, even yung pagtatawag, like if, for example, if I would learn a new technique, gagawin ko siya right away. Kahit mapahiya ako, kahit masaktan ako, kahit maiyak ako, ginagawa ko siya. Hindi ko lang kung bakit grabe yung drive ko nung bata ako. I think I was also trying to prove myself because I've always been bullied. And then, my worst season that I got bullied was during my college years. I remember.
So that's why. So thank you to the bullies. Yeah.
Thank you to the bullies. Like, I've been bullied since preschool, elementary,
And what
high
are
school,
the
worst
usual
college.
things that they bully about you?
Well, yung mga younger years, kasi pansinin tayo. So, akala nila, malandi daw ako, ganyan. Wala naman akong kinakausap. Sila yung lumalapit sa akin. Sila ko nakausap eh. So, malandi daw ako. Ang arte-arte ko daw.
Nagko-commute. Ganon.
Arte-arte ko kung commute ako. Girl ako eh. I'm a girly. Maayos
so
ako.
those are the usual
So,
things.
malandi daw ako, maarte ako. Tapos, nung college na ako, I joined pageantry kasi I love dressing up. Naging ko din siya, aspiration ko din siya. I joined modeling, and then during my latter years in college, I joined student council. I got invited to run. So, syempre, ang connotation, student council, tapos yung credentials mo, pageant. Walang laman, ito lang laban.
So, grabe din pala ang pambubuli. Like, I guess like that's how the culture of Filipinos is, diba? Na parang if you rise, hanapan natin ang butas yan. Ganon.
Literally, bullied ako, libs. Like, kunyari, example, diba? Student council, mga tumatakbo na officers, pictures namin sa bulletin board. Yung picture ko lang yung butas-butas.
Grabe, no?
Tapos gagawa ng dummy account. Wala pang bashing nun, pero may gumagawa ng dummy accounts nun nung college. Tapos, ibabash talaga ako. That's why I never had also a boyfriend because I was scared na sabihin nila malandi ako. Na
Proving na I'm not like that. Yeah.
Oo, kasi maraming lumalapit. Pero, hindi ko sila bino-boyfriend. Wala talaga sila nakukuha sa kasi I'm afraid na may sabihin sila about me tapos masisira na naman ako. Wala naman akong ginagawa.
Yeah, so that's how you were, and that allowed you to push yourself forward.
To prove myself na may laman to.
Yes.
na I could create. Kaya din siguro yun nga, nung early 20s ko, grabe din yung gigil ko. At saka grabe din yung pagpresent ako sa sarili ko na 23, 24, I got promoted as a manager. I'm like this, I'm like that. I'm a top advisor. So parang ginagawa ko pala siya because I want to prove to them na akala nyo wala tong laman. Meron.
Which is really good though, diba?
It made me naman.
So, with that being said, while you were earning millions na because nga of hard work, diba? Imposible naman di kasi ma-reward ang hard work, diba?
Yes.
What happened? We mentioned that we're gonna talk about wrong investments.
Yeah.
What happened?
What made me lost everything? So, at the age of 26, I lost all my money. To the point na nag-negative na nangutang pa. Pinutak na din ako ng mother. Imagine, ang laki talaga ng income ko. As in, at an early age, malaki income. Tapos during the pandemic, grabe nag-times 4 yung income ko. So, I lost everything because I made an aggressive, I don't say it as a wrong investment or a wrong financial decision. I say it as an aggressive financial decision because ang taas ng kumpiyansa ko sa sarili ko. Ang train of thought ko nun is, first half of my 20s ko, yung income ko nag-triple, quadruple every year. O kung bumili ako ngayon, kung mag-invest ako ngayon ng ganito kalaking money, years from na, magkano na income ko?
Yeah.
So, wala yung konsepto of losing, which is a positive thing. Parang ang taas ng kumpiyansa ko. But the thing is, si Lord kasi, may talaga siya, may other plan siya. So, shinake ako ni Lord. Kasi siguro nakita niya sa heart ko na, feeling mo, you can control everything, you are in control, na magaling ka, na kaya mo lahat. Oh, sige, pakita ko sa'yo talaga kung sino talaga ang magaling dito, sino may control.
Yeah, before you continue, how was your faith back then, during that time?
Not so. I mean, I go to church, but I've never been so connected with Him until
It
now.
was more on the head, ego.
It was all in my head.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it wasn't just in alignment. For me, you're just doing it on your own. Parang, kaya ko yan, ako pa, parang,
I always go to church, as in, I would pray, I would worship.
But the connection.
But the connection, maybe because I'm also young.
Young at that time.
And then also parang, yun nga, parang I feel so good about myself because I was earning.
And you were acknowledged in stages.
I was acknowledged.
Press con here in the mga press.
Yeah, I
here
get
and there.
invited. I
Yeah.
would get features.
Yeah.
I would be in magazines. I would be in articles. I would present the company. Imagine among all the thousands, 20,000 advisors, si Janelle. I became the youngest company chair of MDRT. Ako yung pinaka parang bata doon. So I get all these recognitions, this title, this attention. I never experienced celebrating it and really parang... Kasi I was also operating out of fear na when will
this end? So I'll just
When
have
will
to.
this
Yeah,
end?
that's true. What did you learn with the failure? What happened after? What's the learning there?
Grabe, hinumble ako ni Lord talaga nun. Kasi one of the reasons also bakit nag-down din ako nun is because I ended the relationship. Di nga ended, iniwan ako. Inabandon ako. Charing. Trauma down. Hindi. Ano siya? So,
Session pala namin to, guys.
I really got heartbroken, as in grabe heartbroken kasi I wasn't mentally stable. I feeling ko naman shinake din talaga ako ni Lord. And then it went downhill from there kasi na-shake din yung friendships ko, na-shake din yung family ko, na-shake din yung, number one, finance. It was stages of a lot of shaking, a lot of storming in parts of my life. And I felt like the Lord was just rearranging my heart and my mind back then to lead me where I am right now.
Yeah, wow. How was life after that shaking?
Imagine, lives pang 2-3 years ako nabuhay out of shame and guilt. Parang, I cannot present myself the way I was presenting myself. Nahihiya din ako mag-client kasi parang, who am I to teach these people about finances? And I made a poor decision. Then, finance, I'm broke. Parang, I felt like I was out of integrity talking to these people. And then, si Coach Russ nga sabi niya sa akin na, bakit ka sayang na sayang dyan sa millions na nawala sa'yo? Hindi mo, nakalimutan mo, may 20 million na nakaabang si Lord sa'yo. Bakit lungkot na lungkot ka? For example, sa 2 million na yan, hindi mo na-realize may 20 million na hinahanda sa'yo si Lord. So, paunti-unti, parang it took me years talaga. Ewan ko bakit ang tagal ko din nakaalis doon. I realized, hindi lang money yung gusto ni Lord na makuha ko. It's really, actually, inayos niya yung foundation ng life ko.
Yeah.
He changed my heart, but He also changed or clean up my circle, my environment, nilinis niya. And then, inayos niya din yung family ko. Kasi we also had family, normal lang naman yun sa family, diba? Na nagkaroon din kami ng family challenges. hindi finance, but really internal. 26, 27, I moved out, which made me really check in with myself. Na, ano ba, Janelle? Parang hinayaan ko yung sarili kong maging victim for quite some time.
Yeah, tsaka I believe that whenever we are challenged, it allows us to flip another chapter kasi you've already outgrown that version of you. It always is like that. So whenever that happens to me personally, I just really surrender to the process because you can't bring the same person that you were yesterday to the next chapter. And as beings, we are constantly evolving and you also have to flow through
Yeah.
life.
Alam mo, naalala ko tuloy, nakakatawa to. So, sobrang hiyang-hiya ako sa sarili ko. I was listening to Ken Honda, yung Japanese millionaire zen. Nasabi niya, kailangan mag-thank you ka daw sa money mo, tsaka mag-sorry ka din daw sa money mo. Alam mo, so sobrang, ewan ko, tawang-tawa ko nun. Alam mo, ginawa ko. Pinatay ko lahat ng ilaw sa kwarto ko. Nag-ilaw ako ng kandila. Tinabi ko yung wallet ko sa kandila. Lumuhod ako, B. Tapos lumuhod ako, tapos nagsusorry ako. Sorry! Sorry! Tapos umiiyak ako sa pera. Iniiyakan ko yung wallet ko. Nagsusorry ako sa pera ko kasi parang hindi ka ito naalagaan ng maayos. Nakakatawa siya ngayon, pero grabe yung iyak ko nun.
Yeah, tsaka it's when you surrender that the Lord can interfere, diba? And will give you the humility. Pero gaga ka, diba? But then, diba, like, that's what I learned. The only thing that separates you from your real wealth is the ego that you have created because nabox mo na nga yung self mo in that space.
Yeah.
And it's when you surrender fully that the universe will start pouring because you now see what the resources are available to the next version of you. And I believe nga na you yourself, you have a bigger mission kaya it has to happen because you are helping people with their money, relationships. You can teach what you don't have eh.
Yeah, because a lot of people, especially Filipinos, are operating out of guilt and shame in terms of money. We're not able to receive all the abundance or even that big check. It's because you feel guilty, you feel shameful, and natatakot ka kung anong pwede magawa sa'yo ng pera. Pero no it's removing the concept of money and just taking all your core, yung gifts sa'yo ni Lord and money will just follow Pero it took me a long time to really learn it.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm very grateful din na it happened to me at an early age because I feel like there are a lot of people natututo nilang at the age of 40, 50, 60. So, I think I was just advanced.
Yeah. And kanya-kanya ding journey. Depending din sa upbringing, sa exposure. Kaya nga, we're doing this to educate and to share what we know to people, to give awareness. And sayang naman if they don't do something about this knowledge, diba?
Yeah. And na-realize ko din, it takes so much humility and me learning to forgive myself. Kasi I was blaming people as well I was blaming the situation. I was trying to look for ways to blame para mawala sa akin yung ownership. Pero ang sakit niya sa heart but also freeing to accept na I'm part of this.
Take accountability.
I have the decision. Yeah, I don't know. I was young, but still I was part of that decision.
It's very good. Yeah. So from that situation, how are you now? Like, what have you learned from that experience na you've gone through? And how are you dealing with your money and your relationship with money?
Ayun, you helped me with that. Yung mga exercises natin during the one-on-one coaching. Intindihin ko, ano pa talaga yung ibig sabihin ng abundance? Kasi last year, ang pakiramdam ko, magkakaroon lang ako ng peace sa heart ko. And I would only feel abundant if may certain number sa bank account ko. Pero ang nangyayari, every time that I would earn big, because there was a trauma, natatakot na naman ako mawala siya. So, nag-ooperate na naman ako out of scarcity. So, you taught me to really check in. Ano ba talagang abundance for you? What does peaceful life for you? And it's really being able to do what you love and to really do what you are called for. Kasi ako, ang concept ko is, gawin ko muna to para kumita ako right away. Kasi kailangan ko ng pera. Pag nakakuha na ako ng pera, then gagawin ko na kung ano talaga yung gusto ko. Pero nangyayari, hindi siya nasusolve. So, pinalitan ko, sabi ko, sige Lord. Well, first off, practical. Kailangan maging practical ka din sa money mo, 'di ba? So, ano yung mga kailangan ko munang ayusin sa finance ko. Ano yung medyo kailangan ko muna magtipid. Yung minimum livable, ano muna. And then, I need to change what I feel and what I think about abundance, which is, ano ba yung gusto kong gawin? Okay, gawin ko kung ano yung gusto kong gawin. Magiging frugal muna ako sa money for now. Gawin ko yun yung gusto ko, and then we'll see. And then, true enough, bigla na lang may nagpo-provide. So, I'm building my finances now kasi it was years talaga na downfall talaga for me. So, I'm building my finances now, but now, eager lang ako to create.
Yeah.
Trusting lang ako na
It's
money
gonna
will
come.
just follow. Nandyan lang yan. Kasi yun yung question ko before sa'yo na, Libby, how come, I know the money is there. Alam ko, pag nagawa ko to, ang laki nung kikitain kong pera. Pero how come hindi siya pumapasok sa bank account ko? It's just there, it's floating. Kasi nga may block.
Yeah. And how is it now?
I'm just at peace and excited because, number one, yun nga kinorek ni Lord yung space ko. So now, I don't have anything to fear because I know I have a secure base. Especially when I turn 30, yung birthday surprise.
Monumental, yeah.
Monumental talaga. Yun, na-surprise niyo ako. As in, umiyak ako kasi sabi ko, ay Lord, ito yung years na kinlear out mo, ito yung inayos mo sa akin na itong mga taong nandito. Ito yung mauuwian ko, like kahit magkamali ako, kahit mahirapan ako, alam ko itong mga taong to, love pa rin nila ako no matter what. Miyak ka?
Oo, gagi.
Ayun, love pa rin nila ako no matter what. Tapos, nung nakita ko, sabi ko, ano pa ba yung ikakatakot ko gawin sa mundo? Naiyak na tuloy ako. Ano pa ba yung ikakatakot ko gawin sa mundo? Kasi parang, eto na yun, I have a family, I have a foundation. What am I scared of? So, I'm just doing life right now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just loving life right now. Tapos, yeah, trusting lang ako. I still have fear. Especially entering a new relationship, dating, whatever. I still have fear. Pero, seeing my friends, my family, that time, sabi ko, screw it. Sige, bala kayo dyan. Do bad things in life. Basta sa akin, clear ako. Clear yung intention ko. Parang for me, yun nga yung message sa akin ni Lord this year. No weapon shall prosper against you.
Yeah.
So, yun yung word ni Lord sa akin for me. So, what am I afraid of?
That's true. And that's what I've also realized. You mentioned about my money mindset. Money is a physical representation of the energy that you also give towards others. It's
Yeah.
like if you give more people energy and a reason to live and to make their life easier, it will convert into a physical form, which is money. And for me, parang abundance is also in a way of friends.
Yeah.
This kind of abundance with relationship where we feel really happy. Diba? Nung birthday mo, you've seen na,
Oo.
yun ang abundance for me. It's,
Yun yung abundance talaga.
And you know what, Janelle, like, yun nga, when I was there din in your birthday, nakita ko talaga ang iyong surprise. And sabi ko, well, if these people are here for you, it really speaks a lot of the person that you are. And it was really so beautiful to witness nyo din there being so open. Parang people just love you, and I guess if you're too focused on the money aspect, you will be missing out the moment at that time na everybody was there for you.
Yeah, yun nga.
Na parang if it was money driven, magkano yung gasto natin dito? Stress na tayo na, but diba, parang diba, but then you were very present, and I guess that was also you stepping into your abundance.
Tsaka yun din, my friends, diba yung isa kong friend, sabi niya, alam mo, Janelle, nag-iba ka, mukha kang mas relax ngayon. Dati kasi sobrang stiff eh. Kasi parang ako, wala na ako ipoprove. I mean, yes, I will continue to do life. I will continue to create results in my life. Pero to prove myself na I'm credible, I'm worthy, ang hirap kapag yun yung anchor mo
But to be fair, like, you've done so much.
Yeah, I did.
I don't know what more is for you. Parang, diba, sometimes you're too focused on, I should have this, I should prove myself. But
Nakakapagod, no?
if you look back, you've achieved so much. Like, who in the world would have been? Parang it's only rare for people to go on magazine, to Vogue. You went to Vogue, to stages. Parang it's what everybody wants. And we're just forgetting that we're actually living the life that we once prayed for.
Yeah,
and if you're
gratitude.
not grateful, you keep on looking for something that isn't there. And, diba? And it's a
Yeah.
never-ending game. So I'm really happy
It's so
that happened to you, to humble you. And
Yeah.
even me, I have my own version as well, diba? With parenthood, with relationships. But then that was needed for this next chapter, which we are enjoying now.
Yeah.
And it's more on parang building legacy instead of like chasing after a number that eventually parang bula mawawala, diba? And kasali ka pa talaga. So it's better to have a stable foundation of who you really are so that people want you. They're not after the product. They want you, diba? Parang yan
Parang
din.
I've learned to differentiate what it looks like operating out of your calling because you really enjoy what you do, that you are just at peace, you're not attached with the result versus performing. Because way back like years ago, I was really performing talaga. Like,
And nanalo ka. Like you
And
got,
I did.
You got the result of
Oo,
performance.
oo.
Yeah.
Ako for me, ano siya, at some point, kailangan mo siya pagdaanan. Like, especially if you're younger. Kasi dun yung mastery.
And you've showed up. It's needed. Like, hindi ka matatawag na driver kung hindi ka nabangga.
True.
Diba? Yeah. So, yun, that's what you've also experienced. And I guess if you really focus on money, ego talaga yung pagalingan ng ego, I guess.
Oo.
Yeah.
Kasi ganun naman din talaga yung nangyari sa industry na, maniniwala lang sa'yo yan kapag may ganito, ganito ka. Pero hindi. Ngayon, ang labanan ngayon sa napapansin ko na, now that I've matured na, energy aura. Kasi kapag, alam mo yun, yung mababasa mo sa tao kung nagpo-prove siya or versus at peace siya sa life niya. Ibig sabihin, itong tao na to, ang gaan-gaan ng aura niya.
I wanna be with that person.
I want to be... Oo, hindi mo kailangan ipakita lahat ng expensive logos, brands sa katawan mo. Hindi, it's just your energy. People will say
Magnet.
yes to you.
And that's the secret of being magnetic.
Yeah.
Because they're not buying the product. The product is just the byproduct of the value that you give out to the world.
Yes.
It's like one of my friend mentioned, he's selling like jewelry, like expensive jewelry. Pero he said na, you know what? Parang people like being with me. Parang, and then parang because they want to encapsulate the moment, they will buy my jewelry. So parang for me, things are, you want to encapsulate the moment and put it in a physical thing. So it's still energy, gets mo. So if you get that concept, yun
Yeah.
yung overflow.
Exactly. Galing.
Diba? So with that being said, we talked about abundant wealth mindset. How does that look like now? Like, what does that look like for everybody's information or for
Wealth?
you? Abundant wealth mindset. Ano yun?
Ako, it's what you feel every day. Like, if you feel happy and excited in spite of the challenges in life, then you are in an abundant space because you recognize na, merong challenge, merong bump, pero all is well, it is what it is, God is with me, the Lord is with me, no weapon shall prosper against me, so what am I going to fear of? Like, harapin ko to, and then trust the process that the right help, the right people, results will just follow. Kasi, yun din eh, I read this chapter, favorite ko talaga to, yung John 15, John 14 na talagang, kung ano yung inask mo, ibibigay niya sa'yo eh. Pero ipuprune ka muna niya. Yung hindi para sa'yo, tatanggalin niya agad. Pero yung para sa'yo, ipuprune niya muna, i-change, i-develop ka na muna niya. Kasi, pag na-develop ka na niya, then it will just overflow. Magmumultiply na lang siya effortlessly. And I feel like, nandun ako sa space ngayon na if I'm being, let's say, if I have something that I'm expecting, tapos hindi yun yung nangyari, hindi na ako para ma-feel bad, hindi na ako para mag-stay din. Okay, sige, natutunan ko din yun sa'yo na instead of asking, bakit nangyari to? Why am I attracting this? Why is this happening? I would just ask, okay, what's the lesson here? Okay, get the lesson. Okay, next.
Extract. Yeah. You know what's coming out of my head? Parang, remember when you were making millions back then? And until now naman, I know you are. You have come back to that version. Di ba yung version na yun, it's like, no one can stop me. Parang I'm doing this because I'm excited. And now it's coming back just in a more aligned,
Grounded.
integrated way. Yeah, grounded way.
Not proving.
Diba? And how beautiful would that be now in this next chapter, because you are still the same person, same passion, it's just more on different na. It's not coming from fear, but it's coming from love now. Diba?
Feels so light.
Yeah. And I'm excited.
Yeah,
Excited for
because it doesn't feel good. Like, di ba dati parang nagpapalpitate ako, ina-anxious ako, nag-worry ako. Pero parang everything is clear, everything is just at peace.
Yeah, and it's super exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ang next level ko ay personal relationship. Yun naman yung next level ko.
Which is exciting.
Which
Yeah.
is exciting. Kasi sa work, sa finance, sa faith, sa family, sa friends, parang grabe na yung pruning sa akin na Lord. So ngayon yung personal relationship naman, yun yung next level ko.
Which is really, really exciting. Something to work on. And that's what I love about working on something. So excited ka na naman. Tsaka it's not all the time that you get to feel excited again.
Yes.
Diba? So, ganda ng conversation. One question before we end. What is your message to everybody who is going through hardships right now, especially who lost din, for example, millions or money? What's your message for them?
Number one, if you've lost so much money, of course you have to acknowledge the emotion that's in it. So if you feel sad, disappointed, angry, hate, shame, guilt, acknowledge that, but do not stay there. Once you've acknowledged that, check in ano yung space mo, ano yung environment mo. Kasi kung napapaalala niya yung kind of emotion yun, then it's time for you to create a new space or look for a new space. Kasi energy shift ba? You really have to be mindful with the space that you surround yourself with. Kasi energy is contagious siya. I will not say don't lose hope, no, but I would rather like, well, practicality, harapin mo na kung ano yung dapat mong harapin. Kasi ako dati talaga tinatakbo ko talaga. May utang ako sa credit card.
Accountability, yeah.
Uy, kinausap ko na talaga yung bangko. Tapos na-realize ko, ay, ito lang pala yan. Kausapin mo lang pala yung bangko, makipag-negotiate ka lang naman pala. Kausapin ka din naman kasi hindi lang naman ikaw yung nag-struggle financially. So, whatever it is, harapin mo na siya, kausapin mo na, makipag-rearrange ka na. Kasi we have a tendency to hide and run away from it. So, harapin mo siya para matapos na. Tapos, ma-realize mo, ay, ganito lang pala. And then, after nun, have an initiative to create an accountability team or partner. Yun talaga. So, in this case, si Libni. Si Libni yun. And then, my friends as well. Kasi we also did struggle then financially. So, accountability and really go back to your core. Okay, what am I really called for? Because we have, diba, ang tendency kapag nagkaroon tayo ng struggle sa life, we tend to, lalo na sa mga taong anxious, we tend to, sige, gawa pa ako, isip ako ng gagawin, gawa tayo ng gawa. Take time to pause, sit in silence, maybe a day or two, probably maybe a week, or whatever it is, kung ano yung need mo, and really seek answer from the Lord talaga. Like, meditate if you can. Kasi, alam niya yung gagawin, hindi mo lang siya naririnig.
Correct.
You really have to listen to Him. And hindi ka niya papabayaan and He would really make sure na you are protected. So, you just have to listen. So, maybe the reason also why you are struggling right now because hindi mo pa inuupuan yung sarili mo. It might be fearful. Ay, nakakatakot siya. Pero, ma-realize mo, okay, Lord, ito pala yung dapat kong gawin. And then, magugulat ka, you'll find peace in your heart.
That's good. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Next question.
Amen.
How can someone multiply their money?
Okay, so first is, well, if you found joy and you love what you do, multiplying your money will just happen naturally. And then once you've multiplied your money, then it's your responsibility to learn, to study, about how money works. Kasi money is just an instrument. But then again, diba, there are tools that were invented, created to make money more advantageous in our life. So that's something na aralin din natin. Kasi importante din naman na alam mo siya. Hindi lang yung lagi ka na lang nagpe-pray. lagi na lang trust in the Lord. Hindi naman pwede yun. So, you also have to learn kasi parang nga sabi ni Lord, diba, how can I bless you? Yung sa parable of talents, diba, binless niya yung taong nag-take risk i-grow yung talent niya versus yung mga taong tinago lang yung talent. So, you also have to take risk to learn and immerse yourself in really being knowledgeable and skilled in money and finances.
Diba? Makinig kayo. And
Kayo.
if they were to work with you, like how would you be able to help people with the work that you do?
So, of course, I do one-on-one. I do private consultation. Nakakatawa kasi some of my clients, years ko na silang clients, almost 10 years ko ng clients, tinatawag na nila sa akin, coach, but I'm not yet like a certified coach. And it's nice lang kasi I could say na they don't just see me as a financial advisor selling or offering services, but they see me as someone that they could really consult with. And imagine ako, tinatawag nila akong coach. It means that they find value every time they talk to me, every time they would ask anything from me. Kasi I'm not just someone who will tell you what to do, but it really is all about the holistic, your mindset, the way you think, yung belief mo sa money mo. So that's how I do as a financial advisor. I'm more of the long term. I say nga na I teach abundance and wealth planning in the most sustainable, purpose-driven way. Because I feel like yun yung nawawala ngayon.
Purpose, yeah. Yeah, that's so good. If there's one question that you weren't asked, or if there's something that people don't know that you want to share with everybody, what would that be?
Ano lang ako, I'm very relaxed. Like, unang interpretation sa akin ng tao, diba? Like, prim and proper, very stiff, very formal. But in reality, I'm so chill. I'm so relaxed. Nagulat si Libni sa akin. Tawa siyang tawa. So,
Yeah.
tatandaan mo naman. Yeah. This is just me. Maarte lang ako. Mukha lang ako. Maarte talaga ako. I really love dressing up. I'm a girl. But I'm fun. I'm very relaxed. I'm just here to listen. Like, I see the good in people though I also have boundaries, syempre, of course. But I'm just always open to receive because whatever I'm giving away is just an overflow of me. So, yeah.
That's so good. Anything else you want to say?
Anything else? I think I've said so much already. Grabe na tong podcast. I'm so happy. Like, thank you, Libni.
No.
It's like therapy again.
Therapy talaga to.
Therapy talaga tong podcast. Gagawin ko na nga tong podcast kasi
Correct.
para kang as you talk, no, parang naturally, nafi-figure out mo na sa mind mo yung mga, questions mo.
It's an honor. I'm just a mirror. It's very therapeutic. That's the reason why
And
I
then
do
the
this.
space is it's a therapy.
diba?
Look at the skies. It's so blue. It's so bright.
Ganda. Anyway, thank you so much for being
Thank you, I
here.
love
Where can they
you.
find you?
You can find me in... Sabihin ko yung bahay ko na. You can find me in Instagram, in TikTok, and my Facebook page. Be careful of the scam accounts, ha. Diyos ko naman. May check mark. Okay, doon tayo sa check mark. And then, complete name, Janelle Sequitin. Kasi yung iba, minamali ng konting spelling. So, just be vigilant. And then, never invest money without meeting the person face-to-face or at least video call man lang. Never send money sa kausap mo lang sa text. Yun yung mahirap kapag finance content creator.
Because it's money. Yeah.
Gamit na gamit.
So never, guys. Anyway, thank you so much for being
Thank
here.
you. I love you so
I love you so much.
much.
And yes, thank you so much. Please feel free. Please rate 5 stars sa podcast na to. Subscribe, follow. Basta yun na yun. Pero I hope you guys had an amazing learning session today. If you have any insights, just let us know. If you have any questions, reach out to Janelle, to me, wherever. And we're just here for you. Bye, guys. See you in the next episode.
Bye! Bye!
Bye.
Mwah.